Here we are in 2021 taking a look at ArcheAge Unchained. This is not the free-to-play version of ArcheAge, this is the buy-to-play version of ArcheAge. Now, before we go any further, I do want to preface this video by stating that if you are offended by someone having a difference of opinion to you, then you might want to close this video right now. Because honestly, I might have a difference of opinion to some of you guys that are avid fans of the game. Not because this is a bad game by any means, but because Gamigo, the publisher for both ArcheAge and ArcheAge Unchained, is a terrible publisher. Now, where do I even begin with this? Mrs Stix and I have been streaming ArcheAge Unchained for the last 3-4 weeks over on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/MMOBite, for those of you that want to accompany us for future games. And honestly, just let me state this at the very beginning of this video, but we did not encounter like a single person over our entire playthrough of the game. Like, we ended up streaming for well over 20 hours. We hit level 40 something by the time we ended up finishing, and there was not a single other person in sight. I'm aware that both ArcheAge and ArcheAge Unchained are definitely on the decline in terms of active player population, but I mean, even when we decided to play Rift, which is another game that is published by Gamigo, we saw players out in the introductory areas of the game. We saw players grouping up and actually participating in content together, and that was nowhere to be found in ArcheAge Unchained, which is actually really disconcerting and disheartening both, because ArcheAge and ArcheAge Unchained both are incredible games at their core. Not only does ArcheAge, okay, actually, before I go any further, I'm just going to refer to both ArcheAge and ArcheAge Unchained as ArcheAge here, because it's just becoming too much to constantly say ArcheAge Unchained. So henceforth, unless I state otherwise, when I say ArcheAge, I actually mean ArcheAge Unchained, which is what we're playing. Now, ArcheAge is very smooth, very intuitive, very fluid combat, probably one of the best types of tap target in the genre, but not only does it have fantastic combat, but it also provides you a lot of freedom over creating your character how you want it. You have a bunch of different skill trees that you can use to customize your overall class, providing the freedom to create quite the unique hybrid, although admittedly there are still cookie cutter builds that the majority of players use, as there will always be, because there will always be a better build to go. You know what, if you think about it, kind of makes the entire option of creating your own custom build a little bit irrelevant, because if you ever want to be competitive in any type or in any form, you're going to essentially want to put into the skill trees, and therefore the skills in specific, that everyone else does to maximize your DPS or your heals or your damage mitigation skills if you're going tank. The world is very large, the world is beautiful, about what you'd expect out of a game like this, but at the same time, the world is so empty, so void of anything to do, so void of actual players to participate in any of the content with. And I get it, I do. This is a game where the content is done predominantly at endgame. That is how the majority of MMOs work. But there seems to be no motivation to go back through the areas, kind of like people are forced to in Guild Wars 2, kind of how players are forced to in Final Fantasy 14, that invoke a sense of community and involvement from players of all levels. And as such, you're left with just this barren, empty world. And seeing that from a new player perspective is, I don't know, it is a bit of a turnoff, because when you see a game and you don't see anyone else doing anything, you don't see anyone else playing, you try to enter a dungeon and there's no one to enter with, you want to try PvPing and there's no one to attack, you want to fight a boss monster but it's just too powerful to, then you're left thinking to yourself, then why bother? Now, this game could be absolutely incredible. It has so many features that make it such an amazing game. The player housing, the character customization, the naval exploration, the naval battles, the PvP, like everything about this game makes it such a high quality title, but how it is monetized, how it is published and developed, how it is generally handled is absolutely terrible. Now, when ArcheAge Unchained was initially announced, it was announced as a buy-to-play MMORPG. This meant that you would pay a one-time fee and then be granted access to not only the game, but all future updates completely free for the rest of its existence. Fast forward a little bit, and Gamigo actually revealed that they had just finished their Garden of the Gods update, and everyone was going to be forced to pay, I think it was either the $10.99, $15.99 to play the base version of that DLC, or I think it actually went all the way up to like $49.99 for like gold older deluxe editions of the DLC, and people, they were livid because they were promised free access to everything for the remainder of the game's life, and then Gamigo went ahead here and said, you know what, screw you, we want more money. If you want to play this, you're gonna have to pay for it. Now that right there is evidence to the type of company Gamigo is, and the type of publisher you can expect when playing any of their games, which is why, admittedly, I have turned down repeated sponsorship opportunities for ArcheAge Unchained because I just couldn't support it or their monetization models or their business models, even though I think that ArcheAge Unchained and ArcheAge both, at their core, are great games. Now, I have played my fair share of bad MMORPGs, I really have, and ArcheAge Unchained is not a bad game. Is it an empty game? At least on the way to endgame, yeah, which makes the game actually a lot more boring than it perhaps could have been. Is it a fun game? Yeah, definitely. The leveling experience, as I stated, is a little bit on the slower side, a little bit on the grindy and more boring side, but it's just because there aren't really any players in that level range that are willing to help or do anything with you. I think with enough players, this could be a really, really fun game, both with regards to the leveling experience and the endgame experience as well. Now, would I recommend starting this in 2021? Honestly, the free version of ArcheAge, just titled ArcheAge, is a pay-to-win mess. It is absolutely garbage. I would not recommend anyone play that incarnation of the game. Now, the Unchained iteration is a vast, substantial improvement over the free-to-play version of ArcheAge, but at the end of the day, it is still published by Gamigo. So I would honestly say ArcheAge and ArcheAge Unchained both are fun games if you're looking to play something, probably not competitively, but if you're looking to just dump some time and play something that's fun, that is entertaining, then yeah, ArcheAge Unchained, at least, is a game that is totally worth playing. But if you ever want to be competitive, I would advise you to go ahead and play something else, because it is probably just not going to happen. And I know there are going to be some of you guys that disagree with that sentiment, and I know there are probably some of you that have already disliked the video, unsubscribed from the channel, and you're more than welcome to go to those extremes if you want to. But at the end of the day, this is just my opinion, which may or may not be a slightly different opinion to your own. Now, with that being said, here are some highlights from our experience through the game. Okay, so for those of you that have never played ArcheAge, there are 6 classes, or 6 races: the Nuian, the Elves, the Dwarves, the Harani, the Firin, and the Warborn. Seriously though, like, this outfit for the female elf, like, if this is what the elves wore in real life, like, I would be an elf. I would go live in the elf village. I just want you guys to know, like, when creating a character, you're giving your girl in this, but she's wearing heels. That just, like, why not just have her barefoot? Okay, so when I first played ArcheAge, oh my god. Okay. Oh no, do I have a pimple? Ah. Ow.
Don't pick it on, guys, you don't want to see him pick his pimples, do you? I fell off the building. I'm supposed to be bringing it up the building, I guess.
And this is why Mrs Stix should never do jumping puzzles.
A few moments later.
She fell off this. Who falls off this?
I don't really know where to take it, though. You look stupid. You look like a Q-tip.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
If you've been playing ArcheAge, then you know when Unchained was announced, they said that Unchained is going to be a one-time purchase, and you'll have access to all of the content forever.
I remember that.
And then, I don't know, a couple months ago, they announced that the Garden of the Gods DLC was coming out, and people were like, oh, that's awesome. And they're like, but you gotta pay for it. And people are like, wait, what?
Excuse me? That is not what we signed up for.
You said, like with Black Desert, you buy it once, everything is free permanently. You don't have to pay for a single thing. And Black Desert gets new classes, new entire zones, new awakenings, like literally everything, every other month. And you don't have to pay for a cent for anything. And that's what they promised with ArcheAge Unchained. That's why people bought ArcheAge Unchained. And then they went completely back on their word.
Or when?
Guys, look how this guy fell. Okay, hold on. I'll kill this guy. Oh my god, I'm falling. Okay, here. Let me...
Taco Loco! Thank you so much for the 2 months.
Thank you for the
Appreciate
2
you.
months, Taco. Okay, look how this guy fell.
Oh, he's in the Navy. I wish I was too, Nevada dude. Me,
It looks
Thunder.
like he's just lying down sleeping, right?
Remember hearing that your name is Thunder.
What?
I remember that.
How are these guys dying? Am I positioning them in really dumb...
Howdy, cowboy.
Found our home.
Is there a witch inside? Are Jack and...
Does it matter?
Yeah, because they might bake us and kill us.
That'll be worth.
'Cause
It's a
what's the-
deserted cottage.
So we can get it?
Deserted with... Oh my god, what happened to my cow?
Oh, God.
My cow got stuck in the lighthouse. How do I get him out?
You don't. It's
I'm
stuck
sorry,
there
Moo Moo.
now.
Moo-Moo's a dead Moo-Moo now. No, he's out healing my damage. No, he's gonna kill me.
Get your F's in
Oh my
chat
god,
ready.
that was really close. What?
What are you doing?
guys, you can waste electricity by either turning the light on or turning the light off. Oh wow, look at that. That is a big Christmas tree. What?
Hey, babe, I think he's flagging you down. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. I saw it and I had to. So if you
What are
think
you
about it,
doing?
if you think
What
about
is-
it, all games are dead.
I'm moving it. Yes.
What are you moving? You are not moving it. Your cow is not capable of that.
I did. Uh-oh. Let me out of the... Hello? Oh my god. You know what? I
Without
actually have a
making your
heal.
own goals, you can quickly... You have a heal? You could be healing me! You suck.
I heal while running around.
Keep healing me then. Please. That'd be great.
Look, look at this. I'm an amazing healer.
Yes! Heal me more!
This is impressive, right? Oh,
Yeah.
wait, huh?
Okay, now it's impressive because now my health is going up, but thank you.
God, I am so good at healing. This is unreal.
God, it must be so hard for you.
I know. I like.
Equivalent to the
I
Final
understand
Fantasy
now
healing I do.
why people appreciate healers so much.
Are you for real right now? I have this.
He deals so much damage.
Why are you pissing off the locals? Stop running away! I can't hit him!
I need to heal.
I don't care! Stop running away!
Was
I'm
that another
innocent.
player?
Was that a human being?
He's level 13.
Go touch him!
Wait, we can kill him.
No, I don't want to kill him.
He's of the opposite
first-
faction.
No, this is the first person we've seen in hours! You leave him alone!
Next to... Oh my god. Please, calm down.
No!
Oh, please.
No! Don't leave me here with Moo Moo! Ah!
Oh, please. Go.
Quick, get on Moo Moo!
Oh god, no! Please, no!
Oh god! Play faster! Yes, F's ready. Oh god! I'm staying on Moo Moo because oh god, you just triggered more! Ah! Moo Moo!
Line of sight, line of sight, line of sight, line of sight.
Moo Moo, shove off! What are you doing?
I'm line of sighting them. No! Oh god, no!
Oh god,
No!
you're gonna die!
No!
Not like this! Not like this! No!
Oh.
I refuse!
You just fell.
There. Oh my god, we lost even more experience. We're never gonna level ever again. Ever.
That guy clearly needs to learn how to drive.
It's a real person.
He almost
though.
drove up the building. Look at this leg. Like, this is what I see in all my cutscenes because you're on my mount.
My leg is a sexy leg. You appreciate that leg. Look at Look at them hamstrings. Like,
I have no problem shouting out people like on YouTube that I think are worth shouting out. Other
except
MMO
for the people
YouTubers.
that are like, can you shout me out? No, you will never get a
Yeah.
shout out then.
Or the
Never.
people that get upset with who we raid.
Yeah.
Like, there have been people that have messaged us like, why did you raid them? You could have raided this person. Like, okay,
Yep.
cool. Congratulations. If you want to raid someone, you're more than welcome to raid them. Go
Yeah,
start
go-
streaming,
you can-
build a following, and raid whoever you want.
Well, if you wanted to rate them, just go hang out in their chat. Like, one viewer is still better than, you know, no viewers, or one extra viewer is still better than only 10. Just go help them out.
Yeah, every viewer counts. Like, I know people on Twitter, I know people on Reddit that have actually posted, this one person came into my chat today and they started actually speaking to me. I've been streaming for months and I've never had that before. That was an incredible experience to have someone stop by and talk to me for like 30 minutes, 2 hours, 5 hours, and they are beyond appreciative to have that one person stop by because
Yeah.
it's something that they've never had before.
All right. Here we go, I guess.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
What?
Someday soon, I'm gonna make it. Yeah, all hard work's gonna be worth it. Ooh,